Hi everyone, it's Nadia from Romanov Manor. I've been debating making this video for a while, and now is the time. AI is more than prevalent. It has insidiously incorporated itself into just about every facet of our existence and what we use and what we do. What some people do not realize is that we do have choices. Lots of folks will say, oh, you don't have a choice about AI. Just get with it. Get with the program. Just accept it. Whether it's gonna be fine or not fine, you don't have a choice. The fact is that you can go into your banking account and your banking apps and on their websites. You can go into settings on your phone and on your computer to opt out of AI. Some things, of course, and especially as more and more people choose to opt out, certain industries, certain companies, certain providers, what have you, and platforms will start making it either harder to opt out or they will make it where you can't opt out. But right now you can, out of a lot. And for your privacy, which is your safety, and your finances and your security and all kinds of things, opt out. Now, is this just my opinion? No, actually, it's not just my opinion. There are professionals, respected professionals, who even after layers and layers and layers of revelations about, respected known names in just about every field these days, these are still folks who are respected as experts and fairly decent, sane, ethical people in the fields of mental health, physical health, medicine, finance, technology. You'd think they'd all be for it, right? Nope. All across the board saying that AI is not just not good for you, it is effing detrimental. It is harmful. It is not just invasive to your privacy and you're like, oh, they're going to see what I do and track me anyway. Maybe, maybe not, depending on how many things you stay on top of and opt out. But that aside for the moment, it doesn't make it less evil and vile. AI has been around for a while. It has blossomed into the absolute pandemic of what it is because of the greedy, evil fascists who are running companies and industries through their greed and their desire to control. And every time you watch something that is clearly made with AI, every time you like a post where the image is clearly made with AI, every time you buy an AI book, an AI anything, anytime you use it to make yourself look like a mermaid, or this is what I'd look like as a millionaire in Beverly Hills, or getting out of my Lamborghini, or you use it to create, which is not creating, you use it to generate content. Whether you're selling it or just putting it out there, which by the way is selling it because you're trying to get attention and likes so that your numbers go up so that you can make money. So everything is selling. If you're doing any of that, you are encouraging, you are feeding this beast, you are paying them, you are monetizing it, you are giving them their justification to see everybody wants it and needs it. And trust me, I get it. Okay? I get it. I have a family, I have a household, I have a business, which I am the only person who does anything for the business. So to have something that could technically take some of the work off my plate, save me time that I could count on would be so nice, except it's not. Because, and this isn't even for I'm going to say not puritanical, that's the wrong word, the purist, that's what I mean. It's not even the purist in me, which I am, but it's not even the purist in me that, it's technically not a somebody. No, literally, AI is inaccurate. It is dangerously inaccurate. It is liked by people who basically are insecure narcissists who like being told that they are right. Oh, that's a great idea. Let me help you phrase that better for your email. Yes, you're right. Your friend is an asshole. So yes, go tell him to stick it. They want the validation. and they don't want to bother with dealing with people, which I am antisocial as heck. I totally understand that part. But that doesn't mean I'm going to take an opinion and validation and justification and direction from a computer. And no, computer AI has not been taught to understand humans. It has been taught to process what has been put into it about humans. And that is very different. So, am I against AI? Yes. And if you want to know why it is important to say so, because when people were, around election time and social issues and all that time, and people were saying, oh, you guys are being alarmist, it's not going to be that bad, and it's even worse, that's what is happening now. It's not that bad. It's going to be good for us. You'll see. Just because it benefits you right now does not mean that it is not harmful right now and getting worse. And if you truly are against fascism and greed and billionaires running the world and all this kind of stuff, you are supporting them. So you're being a hypocrite. And you're strengthening the thing that is detrimental to you and those you say you care about in life. So there's all of that. Now specifically on to, and by the way, I do not support AI use. I don't support it personally, professionally. Barnes & Noble, which had been based on their donations and political leaning with donations from their higher ups, etc., had been preferable to buying books at Amazon. The president, which does not necessarily reflect the whole company or what he could get past, but he recently said earlier this week that yes, we'll sell AI books, and the backlash was immediate and huge from every kind of author and reader and whatnot, because we want to read what people have created, what comes from their heart and soul and imagination, not what some computer has generated based on what they believe, based on what it, quote unquote, believes humans want to read or see or would have come up with. But that aside, the backlash was huge. And so he clarified in a different medium saying, well, we don't sell them now, and of course they'd have to be labeled as AI, but if it becomes something that's needed or wanted in the future, we'd be open to selling it. Well, why don't we show them that it's not? Don't write, quote unquote, write books using AI. Don't even write emails using AI. Don't show them that this is something that's good, because it's not. The books that you love, the movie scripts that turned into your favorite movies and TV shows came from somebody's own creation. Their mistakes, their bloopers, their creativity, their fears, their dreams, their imagination, their heart and soul, not from some effing computer because they wanted to crank something out to make money. And I would hope that that would still matter to enough people. So I had purchased from, I'm not good with I'm not artistic really. I used to be, but I'm not really these days. Definitely not with cranking out at high volume images for posts and my website and stuff like that. So I had found somebody who made computer generated beautiful, images, mystically oriented. It was specifically like a witchy, mystical set of images. And nothing said that it was AI. And originally, when it was first being offered, it did not look like AI. And I don't think at that point it was. Then slowly, as the images got nicer, actually, I could tell. And so I wrote to the person who sells them, because it's kind of like a subscription thing. You're more and more available to you every month and season for your use in your social media and websites and whatnot. And so I said, hey, I didn't used to think so, but are you guys using AI? And she goes, well, yes. We started to enhance some of our older images, and now some of them are outright created by AI. So I said, thank you so much. And I unsubscribed immediately, canceled my subscription to that service, to those images. So first of all, yeah, I have to start snapping my own pictures again. And also some of the posts I've already done, I'm realizing some of those were AI. And here's the thing, not every computer generated, digitally generated art is AI. Some of it is creatively done with computers, and there is a huge difference. And those I'm fine with, because that is your tool, that is your medium for your art. but it's your art. So I am actually, as time allows, which I don't have much of, I'm going back through old posts and I'm removing, sometimes replacing when I easily can, and sometimes just straight up removing the images that I had not realized were used with AI, because I walk my talk. Even if I trip on the way there, I walk my talk. I have been very, I'm going to use the person's word, aggressively confronted and put down about and condescended to about AI. Well, this is the future. It's not. If enough people say we are not going to take this, we are not going to accept this slop, this harmful, misleading, in medicine, misdiagnosing, in mental health, leading folks to commit suicide system. No, it won't be. It'll still exist just like it has till now, but it will not be so invasive everywhere. It will be more avoidable. First of all, less businesses and platforms find it profitable to do so, they will dial it back. You'll at least have more options to opt out, and it will not be the only choice. It will not be everywhere. Right now, AI is being used to scan crowds, whether it's from glasses or like street traffic cameras, to try and identify people that they're looking for. That sounds great. They're going to get all the criminals. And when they misidentify because somebody's wearing the same kind of Ray-Bans and that person is hauled off by ICE or something else and can't prove who they are for who knows how long because nobody will listen, really? It's bad enough when a cop will walk up to your car and make a mistake about identity. Now you need a computer to F up and to be scanning crowds. This is what you want as the future? It is not carved in stone that it will be. It will always exist. I will agree with you on that, but it will not be the thing that rules our world the way it is right now, if enough people say no. I don't buy things that are generated by AI. I personally think that if something is created with AI and it is sold, whether it's an image or a book or whatever, and it is not labeled so that you know what you are choosing to consume, the generator should be fined. That's it. It's misrepresentation. So yeah, they should be fined. That's, I'm sure, probably never going to happen, at least not for a while. But I don't buy books that are generated by AI. I don't read blogs that you can tell are generated by AI. Certain people, by now I've been able to tell that their emails are just spit out by AI, and I don't even open them. I don't open them. I don't care. Because it's not what you have to say to me. It's not what you're telling me about what you've created, because you probably haven't created the stuff anyway. And you can't be bothered to write an email like a normal literate adult to just say, hey, got new stuff. And everything doesn't need to be perfect marketing lingo. It could just be, hey, I made some new shit. Want to come see? Here's the link. And that to me is going to get me to come read your stuff, buy your stuff, and just respect you a bit more as a human than AI generated bullshit. And that's what it is. Going even more specifically, when people are using it to create, again, sorry, wrong word, autopilot here, to generate any kind, not just magical, but any kind of spiritual advice or content like that, I think it is heinous. It is absolutely heinous. You are having a computer advise somebody about their heart and soul and their well-being. How dare you? And I'm saying that across any spiritual, mental health, religion, anything. Specifically when it comes to magic, no, it's not giving you new ideas on how to do candle magic. It's putting together words from other people's ideas on candle magic. It has not been channeled by the individual posting it. It has not been formulated by the person posting it. It has not been something that the person posting it has kind of discovered as a method or whatever by their own practice. It is lies. It is empty. It is not magic. The strongest power you have in magic is inside of you, is from what you feel, what you create, what you put forth, what rises up in you and you put out there. And instead you're going to have a computer do it? Really? They're going to have AI do it. So no, I don't want to see symbols. I don't want to see art. I don't want to see books. I don't want to see 7 tips on money magic. And first of all, some of them sound lame as hell, but some of them are typed up with a pretty AI image, and some of them, the people are like, see, I'm not using AI. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to make content. They're, I guess, willing to put makeup on any given day. My allergy said no, so you're getting to see my cup of coffee. But they will get in front of their computer and they will say, these are my 7 tips on money magic. And you can tell they are AI generated. This person has never done these things because there's no magical basis. They're stupid as hell. But to somebody who's new, they are grossly misleading. To somebody who's looking for inspiration, they don't inspire. They give them a task to do that isn't going to go anywhere because there's nothing behind it. AI is evil. I will forever, for anything that I believe in, be passionately and vocally present about it. And if some people want to find that to be aggressive because they don't want pushback, or they don't want to hear somebody maybe having another valid opinion, I don't care. It's not aggressive. It's opposing what you're doing. I don't even know if it's opposing what you believe, but it's opposing what you're doing, and you don't want to hear it. And I'm saying that because I've had that discussion with several people. There was one other thing I wanted to say that I just forgot. It just kind of blipped out of my brain here. Because I'm a person. Oh, yes. This is what happens when you make the coffee but don't drink the coffee yet. It is killing our planet. Do not believe these little mini articles or posts saying, no, that's just the big amounts of data center. The data centers are just feeding like the big corporations. When you just plug in your little thing saying, how would I look as a mermaid, or make me a cute post, or make me an informational post and ritual so I can post about full moon. Yeah, all that stuff is pulling from the data centers. They are killing our planet. There are people without water. You want to use AI? Fine. Use AI, then go to your sink. If you have running water that is even remotely, if you have running water at all, if nobody's telling you how much you can and can't use, if it even looks clear, whether it's toxic or not, it's a different story, but whether it even looks clear, whether you go outside and your eyes are burning, there are people, families, individuals just like you and yours who don't have that luxury anymore because people like you have been using AI. And keep saying, oh, more AI. Yes, let's use it on everything. It makes my life so much easier. That's great because it's killing other people and it's killing the planet. And kind of ironically, especially anybody who claims to do magic, you're going to put some wish or conjuration out into the universe, even if you don't think you do earth magic. And you're going to have a pentacle on something, a pentagram on something, and say, even if you haven't called in the elements and you think that the universe, any of the gods are going to want to respond favorably to somebody who is trashing the world they were given to live in. Just my 15 cents on it, passionately put. So that's it. I have very little respect for people who use AI. I understand why some people are feel more urgency in using it because they really need to support their families, and it's a faster way, an easier way. Sometimes it feels like the only possible way, but I don't believe we can endanger our families in one way just to put food on the table and provide for them in another. I don't believe that, and I don't think decent people believe that truly either. So yeah, that's another thing. This is my last thing, I promise. There will be people who and maybe respect or feel There are authors whose books, magical books you've read for years, and they're saying, oh, you know what? Don't be fooled by this anti-AI stuff. AI isn't everything. I literally saw a Llewellyn author post that AI is in all the music you listen to. It's made with AI. I can personally tell you that's bullshit. A family member works in the legal side of the music industry here in LA, one of the biggest music producers, production companies, and distributors worldwide. Their legal team has so much extra work and different kind of work because of AI, to protect artists, to protect music from being used in AI, and disclosures for those who want to but have to disclose when they use AI. It is not in everything. Don't let people tell you that just because they want to make themselves look like a Barbie doll or a mermaid or whatever, and not have to write their own blogs and emails. Evil always has excuses. Let's try to have reasons for the right things that we do, even if it takes longer, is harder work, but it actually comes from us. Take care. Be real.